it's just a curiosity, really. You know, in this book, you talk a lot about other books, ideas for other books. And as I was reading, because one of them is the reincarnations of Pythagoras,
Yes.
which actually you wrote, but I don't think you wrote the one you mentioned in this book, because the one you mentioned in this book is like 3,000 pages long or something like that.
Yes, but the idea it's the same. Yeah.
But there's another one, which is the man who doesn't want to be born. You know, the man who wants to stay in his mother's womb. And there's another one. I think it's a music, a composition that several musicians are playing in different parts of the world, only to God's ears, isn't it? And yes. I just wondered, did you write these books actually?
No, some of them no, but the Pythagoras reincarnations, yes.
Although, a small version of it.
A small version. Yeah. It's an anthology. It's the best lives of Pythagoras. What happened was that I had those ideas, and also I have this fake encyclopedia that have 7 volumes, and one of those encyclopedias I can show you. It's one of those. It's that one, the reincarnations of Pythagoras, and the idea. Well, sometimes I have ideas for books or for I don't know, but I use them. I use them in lots of ways, especially here in these volumes of the encyclopedia, because these encyclopedias everything is invented. It's fiction. It's not a real encyclopedia, but it pretends to be true, and so I invent books and authors, and I quote them, and they quote each other, and so sometimes people believe I'm telling the truth, which is actually a fun game to play, because sometimes I really write some things that are true, but they are so incredible that people believe it's also fiction. Like the existence of unicorns, which is true. It's not fiction. They were goats, not horses. It was a misreading of the image of the. And so I have lots of stories that I use in novels, and then in the encyclopedia, or in the encyclopedia, and then in novels. But these Pythagoras reincarnations, I had this idea because some pre-Socratic philosophers like Pythagoras and Empedocles, they believed in reincarnation, and some of them remind they have a recollection of the time where they were fishes or a cock or something like that, because they and I thought it was funny to think about his reincarnation, the ones before he was Pythagoras and the other ones after he was Pythagoras, and because the reincarnation was not only in humans, was also in animals. You could have a spectrum of living beings that were Pythagoras. But the most amazing thing is that some years later, I found that there was a 18th century book called Dialogues of Pythagoras, which with the same idea, the exact idea, and the only difference is that the characters are different, but the same thing. The Pythagoras reincarnations before Pythagoras and after Pythagoras, also with animals included, and things like that. And I thought it was funny also to have another one, a more recent version of this book, so I published it. it later within this literary world called the Encyclopedia of Universal Story or History.